Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley showcase preview. Actually, we're visiting an old friend, BRE, Brock Racing Enterprises, the historic racing team based here in the United States, chock full of Datsuns. You think about Hot Wheels eras, hype eras, if you want to call it that. JDM continues to go, Euro, whatever. But there's blue cards. There was variations. Back in 2005, 2006, 2007, variations were everything. People were trading any super treasure hunt they could for variations. I think there was the time, Gassers kind of hit a peak at one point. BRE has done that as well. Now, BRE will always be cool because of its historic, not only are the racing liveries fantastic, but they're historic. There's a lot of history here. But I think it went above and beyond hype at one point, right? People were putting BRE decos on Chevy Silverados, which doesn't make a ton of sense. So we're going to center it today with the new diorama set that is out. We have the first Datsun wagon with a BRE deco, which seems like years in the making, finally be able to see that. So we're going to open it up. But first, one thing I haven't shown, Mattel sent this, and this is going to be out very, very soon, but they also sent the GReddy set. This has been in stores. People have found it, but I haven't seen it. So I'm going to open this one up first. I thought about jumping into GReddy, but the thing about GReddy is GReddy shows up on a lot of different cars, and we could do a GReddy set. There's the Super Treasure Hunt, but we're just going to, the GReddy cars, I don't have all of them. We're going to open up this set, and then we'll get to the BRE. So I will show you this one first. This one has the Fleet Street, the Pandem Subaru BRZ, Nissan Maxima drift car. Nice to see that going premium. And then, of course, the custom Datsun 240Z, which makes a ton of sense. I guess you could put a Honda Civic in here, too, and it would definitely make sense. It's not GReddy, by the way. It's GReddy. I think that's been well established, but if you're new to it. There is the back. There is this, in case you're looking for that. BRE set will be with that. I haven't seen these in stores at all, to be honest. I think that Cursed Leno set, as cool as it is, has been a bit of a burden for a lot of stores. So we'll go ahead and cut this one open. And of course, we'll just get this open, and then I'll need to cut these out, which is always an adventure. All right. Box, we'll move to the side. Go close up on the cars. These are fantastic. What is the truck again? Fleet Street, right? Which we've seen before. There's the Z, and love the Maxima drift car getting this deco. I think it looks fantastic. Racing, a racing track is obviously the background here, which makes a ton of sense. You get that grass look, kind of similar to the set I've got the JCCS Dream Custom set that we did. This one looks really, really, really nice. Let's give the cars a quick up close, and we'll move on to BRE. All right. All cut, fingers survived. Let's start with the Fleet Street truck. This is where licensing gets oh no, there's GReddy. I was wondering I didn't see the GReddy logo at all, but it is on there. So you get the GReddy logo to match, I think, every car, which is nice. So you can actually, as a matter of fact, we'll do the cars close up, but I'll also put them on the truck. I think that would be kind of cool because they look so nicely color coordinated, heading to a racing truck. So Fleet Street looks really, really good. Love the wheels on this one. There's some rubber bands that I can continue to take off, and maybe I will do that. Rubber band is gone. But that is the Fleet Street. First one, we'll do the Subaru BRZ, the Pandem BRZ, which looks fantastic. I love the color with the wheels here and the deco. Nice. This car, because it got the spoiler is so cool, and it gets so crunched in the blisters. It's nice to see this one when it hits 2 packs or diorama sets, so that blister can stay straight, because it's a unfortunate and a pesky little annoying little detail sometimes in the blisters that the plastic, while it looks really good, can be soft and kind of bends up you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this one looks cool because it has a straight spoiler, and I always think about that when I see this casting. Isn't that weird how sometimes those things just kind of stick in your brain? You just want to enjoy the casting. Anyway, that looks very, very nice on the Fleet Street, so we'll go ahead and park this one right there. Next one is the Z. I'll show it to you up close. We'll put it on the turntable. This GReddy color scheme, you got the Pandem on the back, which is nice. Then you have the GReddy color scheme moving around the car. Nice and clean on this one. I like the black details around the wheels. That looks cool. It really is clean. And that GReddy deco kind of shines here on the Z. I think in terms of that execution, I really, really like this one because I know you got the same color coordinated, but I think this is why the designers are the designers, because they did a nice job in playing the GReddy themes, but playing them in different ways with all three of the cars. And the highlight for me is this one. This is Dima's design, the Maxima drift car, the Maxima wagon. It's the most ridiculous thing, doing a Maxima drift wagon, but it's built so cool with the exposed engine, or at least the window, the open window on the hood. I love this. It was such a cool, just out of left field idea, and I love that it's gone premium, so we can see some really cool versions of this one moving forward, and it looks great in the GReddy deco with the 4 spokes. Really, really, really digging this casting. I'm a huge fan. Let's see if it fits fits nicely with the truck, so that works. So we'll put these like GReddy's at this is the Japanese Classic Car Show. BRE is there. I think BRE hits 60 years next year, right? So I think that would be a big deal, not this year but next, so like 2025. That might be a huge deal. Anyway, we'll put them in the car show background here. Let's there's GReddy's display. And let's move on to BRE. So this is the set. I'll show it to you real quickly. BRE is just a cool, I hope that this set sells. It's neat to see some of these castings that are getting. The Sentra is definitely the big surprise here. You've got the 620, you've got the 510 wagon, which I think, like I said, long time coming. And then you have the 1991 BRE Nissan Sentra SER, which is, I don't know if BRE ever did a Sentra, but from what I heard from Jimmy and the Hot Wheels team, they said, we've got such a good relationship. We asked, and they said, cool, do it. I know BRE can be pretty strict, and as well they should be, about how they're not only from Hot Wheels, but from other brands. I've heard, it's like you don't just throw a BRE livery. It has to be somewhat realistic, right? It has to make sense. And so the fact that they got the Sentra on the SER, I would imagine because it's a performance Sentra versus your standard, road Sentra, that it gets the that they were cool with it getting that treatment. But you don't throw it on everything, right? So, and then you got the Sakura Sprinter. So let's we'll open that up in a second, but let's walk through the BRE history. I hope I have them all here. I know I'm going to discover that I forgot one, and it starts actually, the very first BRE was, we have several Datsun 510s. In fact, they're all 510s except for 2 until this set. This is the Vintage Racing. This is still my favorite BRE model from Hot Wheels. I just love the wheels on it. I love the Goodyear tires on it. The deco was really beautifully done. Vintage Racing was beautiful. Had some issues in the card. Some of these that would rub. This is one of the reasons they don't use this kind of decal anymore, because it would rub on the card. But this one, I think, did pretty well. Survived. You see a little bit of rubbing be on the back wheel there, a bit above it. But still, this is the legendary one. This is the all-timer. I understand the RLC might garner a little more money, but for me, that's the king, is the RLC, and it always will be. The Vintage Racing. The RLC is nice too. Wheels do nothing for me. I just do not like these Neos, these vintage Neos. But it is cool to have a Spectre Flame BRE Datsun. It looks really, really nice, and it's obviously, I think this is the most collectible of the BRE models. I'm going to show you, anytime I do BRE, I'm going to pull something out that some of you probably already know what it is, and I'll show it in a second. RLC, they followed up with the John. This is the John Morton 46, right? And then they took the John Morton to the Z. I think they did do a Z back in the day, of Racing Z. So this one gets the Spectre Flame as well. Also in very high demand, not as much as the 510, but in high demand. The Vintage Racing we did. They finally revisited BRE in the Car Culture RLC exclusive set, where they they basically made a 6th model from every mix from the first year and created a box set, and they did a number 35 BRE Datsun, which was really cool. You get the 4 spokes for the first time. And this starts creating the fleet, right? You have the 46, you have the 35, then Team Transport got the truck. I can't remember what this truck is called. Fleet Flyer. This was like maybe the 3rd mix of Team Transport. This was a surprising peg warmer. Didn't think it would be, but it was. I think it's now in pretty high demand because the car is really cool in the blue and white trim. I just think that's cool with the white rims. I thought that one was really, really well done. And you add it to the fleet. So you have the number, is that 68? Yeah, 68, 35, 46, and then we got 85 along with the second 46. This 46 is nice. The 4 spokes are nice, but it just doesn't it doesn't live up to the vintage racing. I mean, it's like if you had the John Morton Fleet, maybe they had more than one, of course, but it is nice. This was kind of considered the repeat, but it was different enough. So you have 246, you actually have 346s with the RLC, and then they did a number 85. And I don't know how many Datsuns. They have 46, 35, 68, and the 85. I don't know if they've done any others, but that one was really nice. And then you finish off with this one, the Datsun Sunny. So the first non-510 or even non-race car with the Z. But I assume this one looks like a race car, right? I think we've got a different theme with this diorama set because they don't have racing numbers on them, so they'd almost be like support vehicles. But this one would be, I guess, a racing truck. No idea if they did a Datsun Sunny racing truck, but you could see this in like some sort of racing circuit or something, a truck circuit. I thought that was really cool. So that is the fleet that we have right now. And now, well, I think it's probably time. A lot of other companies have done BRE. Tarmac Works has a really beautiful one. I should have gotten that out. I've seen Greenlight do some, actually. I think the Greenlight 510 is a fantastic 510. Kaido House has tackled BRE with his Pro Street, which is a very unique take. I guess I could have pulled that out. Tomika's done it. There's a lot of different ones, and I can definitely do a video on I don't have everything, but I used to try and get everything, and now I don't because there's just so many. But I do have a few, and I still have the grail of BRE models. Our friend Jeff Katine, who has the most amazing BRE collection, some super rarities, variations, errors, and everything else. And we need to feature that collection again, and I will. But I don't know if he's gotten this one yet. This is when I got lucky on eBay. And if there is a grail for BRE collectors, I'll show you what it is. And then we'll open up the set. But I always like showing this one. This is the Yacht Supercar BRE Datsun. I think we determined that this is from the 1970s. And this one was actually put on eBay a few years ago. I happened to catch it. I had only heard rumors of this car, and I knew of one collector in Nevada who had a loose version of this car. But when BRE blew up in the Hot Wheels world, there was legends of this existing. And I heard about it from Jeff Koch, who was a writer, and heard about that one. I wanted to see it, never saw it in person, and I had not heard of any carded ones until this one popped up. This was apparently part of a hobby store's, a long closed down hobby store. This was part of their inventory that was put on eBay, and then I was able to see it. It's in, it's intact. The car is a rough. I'll show you up close. It's rough. It has, these are stickers on it. Like if I were to open this, which I won't, the stickers are kind of peeling off a little bit. You can see that there on the side of the car. Just don't drop this. But this was a BRE model well before BRE became a thing, decades before the Hot Wheels BRE was released. And so it's a very, very unique car. I'm very, very happy to have it. Jeff has asked me about it, and I said if I ever give it up, it's going to him. But I still want to keep it because it's really, really fun to show off when I do videos like this. So many of you who have followed Lamley for a long time. You're like, all right, yeah, I know, it's the yacht. And but the yacht is the most unique piece I have in my collection, and it's always fun to pull out. So put that off to the side, make sure it's protected. And we'll move on to this set. All right, we've already talked about the cars. There's some close-ups. We've got, I'm guessing that's Vegas, or no, it's BRE's based in Vegas, right? Is that, or it's a racing track of some sort, right? Yeah, I got a little bit of dust here. BRE on the sides. We'll pull that out. We can look at it better. Here's the back. There's the 620, 510 wagon, and the Sentra, and the Sakura Sprinter looking good. And of course, if you want it again, I will show that off. Let's go ahead and open this beauty up. You start seeing what's on the table between the yacht and the RLC and the vintage racing. I'm just lucky I've collected for a long time. I know those old Lamley gets things for free. None of these, none of those big ones, those RLCs. I had to get them myself. Or the vintage racing. There's a lot of money on this table. All right, let's before I cut them open, Yeah, the background appears to be either a Southern California track or even a Nevada track, like a country track where they're practicing. I kind of like it. It's a really cool background. Like if I could fill the camera with it, it looks good, right? I think that's pretty awesome, but let's get these cut open. Okay, all cut open, all ready to go. We'll start with the Sakura Sprinter. No need to put the car in there, but we now have a fleet of BRE Datsun trucks, one red, one blue. Nice to see it. It looks like the cab is pretty clean on the Sakura Sprinter. You get the BRE Datsun on the Team Transport version, but it's nice to have these. So we'll put, I can put this on the turntable for a split second so you can see it, but it pretty much is a truck with a BRE deco on it. There's not much more to put there, but there, we can put these like in the background in this car show. Don't want to be blocking GReddy, but that's the way it is. Let's talk about the three cars. I think the most unique is the Sentra, but I think the most significant are the 620 and the 510 wagon. We've actually seen both of these, including the truck when we did the sneak peeks. I didn't remember doing it from a Moab campsite a few months ago, but let's get back into these. This I would have to say is like the equivalent of a shop truck, and the 620 as a BRE shop truck is perfect. The 620's had a lot of great versions. I think when you look in its lifespan, you wanted to see this casting get the BRE treatment at one point, and now we finally have it. And I love the way it's been executed in a simple black and white deco with just the red BRE showing up. I wish they would have they would have actually tampoed the Datsun on the back. You've got it embossed, but I wish I would have seen that actually painted on, but that's okay. Other than that, this is just fantastic. Just a really, really, really cool model. I'm really happy with the set, especially in the scheme of like having an entire Hot Wheels BRE collection. I think it is fantastic. We'll say that that's the most stock version. Well, actually, maybe the most stock one. I've got this here. Stock modified JCCS. We'll have fun with that. All right, so there is that. Let's talk about the wagon. We have seen it. Mine has a little smudge there, but it makes it look like maybe like a little bit more used. I would also say this would be like a shop car, right? Hauling some tires in the back or something like that. I don't know what it would be, but this is like the support fleet for Datsun or for the BRE. It makes sense this way with the BRE. No other licensing, no decals, just super, super clean. And again, a very, very unique color that I think makes a ton of sense. I mean, this is, again, like I'm kind of having fun with this. This is where I get to nerd out as a collector. I see the racing fleet here. I see their transport trucks here. And I see the support team here. And this is what I would say, this is how I would interpret this car. The Sentra is by far the most modern of these cars of the BRE fleet, right? And I don't know if we'll see anything else modern, like that Maxima wagon, for example, doing a BRE treatment. But first off, this Sentra casting is fantastic. This is the third version. First was in blue in the Diorama set a couple years ago. And then we got the 2-pack version that came out a couple months ago. And now we have this BRE version. And this one, this is the BRE fanboy car. This is what I would interpret. So you got the support cars, and then you have the BRE support fanboys who bought the Sentra and said, I love BRE, I love the history of BRE, and I'm gonna modify my car and I'm gonna paint it in BRE racing deco. And this is just the fanboy that comes to everything, shows off his car shows and everything else. And that's what this car is. So it's like, BRE racing fleet, and then BRE like branding, lifestyle, everything else, like the support team, and then the fanboy. That's how I look at it. And I think that's kind of fun, right? I'm just having a little bit of fun. What do you guys think? I think that's kind of cool. You guys tell me what you think. I think these are both cool sets. The Diorama sets, I was surprised. The Leno set has just been a disaster because it just fills up all of the space. But I love these themes. I love the rally theme. The Porsche set, people have told me, is a peg warmer in some places, which surprises me because there's 2 new castings in it. Or at least one premium, whatever. It's a very, very cool set, and if you're seeing that, great, because I have not seen it in stores. Obviously, I have the one that Mattel sent, but I think these are great as well. You guys tell me what you think. I think this is a very, very cool set. Love the BRE collection. Love getting into it. Maybe we'll do a full BRE showcase, and we'll get Jeff Catine on to show off his whole collection one of these days. Thanks, everybody. Bye.